Good morning. Today is a good morning because we're going to start putting the K20 back together. So as you saw at the end of the last video, we started painting the inlet manifold. Today we're going to fit the inlet manifold and all the other pipes and wires and sort of get this engine looking a bit better. And then we're going to take the rocker cover off, paint the rocker cover. Just want to tidy everything up. Once it's all tidied up, then we can start sort of, well, hopefully getting it running at some point. So first job, just gonna clean the inside of the rocker cover because it's a bit minging in here. I've also noticed that one of the spark plug seals is gone, so I'm gonna have to order a full set of those, and I'll just replace them all, which means that the rocker cover won't be going back on today. But then I don't think it would anyway because the paint will probably take too long to dry. So yeah, I'm gonna get in touch with Tegua, see if they're still open, and see if I can order a set of, or at least just the one new seal. So I'm going to clean the inside up here, and then once I've cleaned the inside, we'll start on the outside, and I'll show you what I'm using. For inside, I'm just using degreaser, bit of brake cleaner as well, but mainly the degreaser, just to get rid of everything. It's working quite well. So now that I'm happy that the inside's clean, I'm going to use Nitromores. This is a sort of, super strength. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm hoping that it will. Paint stripper. So I'm just going to paint this all over and leave it to do its magic for a bit, and then we'll come back, wipe it down, and see what we've got to do. See if we've got to do any more. You can see that when it was painted, it was obviously painted black, but only on the front. So this is like all original paint, and original paint in the spark seal. So yeah, I think it was painted on the car when it was last done. But time to do it properly. Okay, so I'm pretty much under no doubt that this stuff is going to work. Look how it's bubbling. It's already coming off in places. I may have to do it a couple of times, but yeah, Nitromos is a winner. And you can get it from Halfords. That's where I got it from. Weird stuff. Oh, we're almost done. I just wanted to go into a bit of detail on sort of, how long this has taken me, because this rocker cover was painted previously by somebody else. I'm assuming it just had sort of a 2-pack out the tin type of paint, because in parts, in areas of the cover, the paint came off dead easy, and then in others it really didn't. And I know that's probably down to sort of how old the paint is and things, but it's been thick in some areas. The cover now is pretty much paintless, but I'm just going over the small areas that I couldn't get off, basically just to make sure that there's no paint. because the next stage now will be flatten it back, probably 800, something a bit coarse, just so I can scratch up the surfaces a bit more for the VHT primer to actually take effect, basically. So the plan now is to do what I'm doing, just dab around and get all the bits that haven't really shifted, and that, honestly, that isn't a lot, but flat it back, and then I'll probably etch primer it and call that a day. Time frame, I've actually been doing this now for about 3 hours, and I think I've been doing it for so long because the paint wasn't original, so it's been quite hard to come off in places, and I've had a couple of brew breaks and played with the dog, taking my time a little bit. But essentially, it's all off. So yeah, almost there. Just want to leave this now. The tin says to leave it for 40 minutes, but I did do that for the first couple of times, but I don't think I'm going to need to do it now, because this paint is, well, it's not very thick, the stuff that I'm trying to get off. Things I used to help me get into the sort of nooks and crannies, these little bad boys. This one was amazing. This one helped quite a lot. A paint scraper on the flat parts, and then for other areas, just a standard screwdriver. Tried not to scratch it or dent it with the screwdriver, but got to wherever I wanted to get to. So just going to leave this now for the next 5 minutes, finish off my brew, and just give it probably just a wipe over now, because the paint, well, it's already blistering off, so it won't need much. So when it's all off, we'll get to primering. So here we are, finished result. It's all chromed, it's all sanded, and obviously taped off pretty much everywhere that I need to. So just etch primer it now with some VHT etch primer, and we'll let that set pretty much overnight. Finally starting to look like an engine again. The intake's on, the throttle body's coming on next, then we're going to put the rocker cover back on. I'm quite excited to see it all back together. So here is the finished article of the rocker cover. Not very happy with the finish because it's wrinkle paint, but I don't actually have a heat gun. I thought I could get away with it by using a hairdryer and a couple of other heating products, but it didn't work very well. So that's pretty much the finish that I got. But I'm just going to now start sanding the word Honda back to bare metal. Alright, so that's pretty much everything on. The only thing that I need to do some research on next is to delete this system here, which is the IVAC system. On these engines it just helps them idle smoothly, but I'm pretty sure you can map it out, so I want to check that. I've just got to bolt the throttle position sensor up and then look at all this wiring. But before I look at this wiring, I'm going to put the throttle cable in there and modify the OEM pedal that's on the car.